Hello, everybody. Today is the start of a series of 5 competitive matches in total. And that's because I got invited to participate in the Irish Premier League. So I will compete with 5 players from Ireland, and it's round robin. And as far as I understood, the system is if you win, you get 3 points, and if you win the PR battle, an additional 2 points, and everybody plays against everybody. So let's see how this will go. My first opponent is Kevin Bailey. And as always, if you like what you see, please press the corresponding button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's see the format, 11-point matches, and time sittings are a bit more generous than usual. Okay, I'll just say hi, then we can start. So actually I like that 16.5 minutes, so I don't feel rushed. So just waiting for his reply. So. Okay, here we go. Hit and split is correct. Standard 4-1, so I have to hit loose on the 5. Nothing special so far. He's got a decision. Either hit in the outfield or make the bar point. I think it's probably better to hit. I will hit off 2, of course. Now I hope to roll an ace or a 3. And there's the ace to make my 5 point. Four probably makes the bar and down to the 11. I will upgrade the anchor to the 20 point, nothing else. Okay. 5 is clear. Do I want to go to the 10? Then I have an extra builder for the 4. Yeah, I like that. Few more shots, but the checker on the 10 is more useful. As a builder. So but no, cannot make any point. So now all looks a bit awkward. Don't see really a constructive play, so I will hit. Not that I like it too much, but as I said, didn't see any constructive alternative. Of course, I will hit and cover now. Certainly a slight favorite, but not good enough to cube. Now that I'm improving, depending on his role, I mean, this looks pretty strong already. Race is about even. I've got a prime, got the anchor. Yeah. Not too many market losers. I mean, I can roll double sixes, but I think maybe my advantage is big enough. He also has a weakness, this deuce point. So I don't think it can't be a big mistake. And as you know, when I think that, I usually follow my rule and cube when I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a take. But he passes. Maybe my position was just much stronger than I thought. Certainly happy to cash a point here. I would have taken, I think, but we'll see in the analysis. 5-3, down and split. Nothing special again. So he will attack me on the 4-point, I suppose. But I would play 49, yeah. Fewer blots, yeah. I think that's the natural play, and he does it. I got lucky, got the anchor. He's down in the race. I think he should stay on the 21. Usually, my rule of thumb is when you're down in the race, don't step into the outfield unless you have a real good reason to do so. I guess I should hit. I don't see. I mean, I'm not too afraid because he has got only 7 checkers in the zone. Yeah, and I also again don't see a really good alternative. And there are also misses, like 5-3, so I can start thinking about a cube. I have a clear advantage now, but with his 5-point mate, me only having a 1-point board, I think I can wait. What would I play in his shoes? That's difficult. Maybe duplicating aces a bit, putting pressure. Yeah, aces and sixes. Yeah, I would play 15-10 because now I have sixes, fives. Yeah, I don't know. 5, I guess. We would like to make the 4-point, but that's just too many blots. And like that, I can just conserve my advantage, my racing lead. So no need to play over aggressively when you already have a distinct advantage. Now he's thinking whether to make the 3 anchor or the 20. Yeah, I think the 20 is stronger. Sometimes you want to make this. The 3 is more contact, however, but I would make some sort of anchor in his shoes for sure. That's too loose. Almost inclined to cube this if he doesn't make an anchor. But I think he will end up doing so. 5-4 is not great. I really would have liked to hit that checker on the 10. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I'm way ahead in the race. Unfortunately, there's so much contact left. I mean, I have double 5s, double 6s as market losers. Huh. Am I talking myself into a cube here? But I just don't have many numbers to play before I leave shots. So it's a bit inflexible, but again, could be a cube. It looks like so much contact. So I think I should use the opportunity to volunteer something to give myself more playability, because sooner or later I will have to, I feel. It's only getting worse. Okay, that's completely fine. I think I will make the point. Five, one. Okay. Shall I make the 3? I mean, he won't leave a shot probably. Feels wrong because on next roll could get awkward a bit. I roll 3s, like a 4-3 is really ugly. Don't know why I should just play inflexible. Yeah, because I could get a shot immediately. Maybe that's reason enough. Maybe the optics were deceiving. I don't like that. He should just play 10-4. No, that's... I like that even less. Why not 10-4? Yeah, 10-4. He'll find it, I think. And now, still don't think that this is a cube. So much contact. Awkward rolls. But maybe if I was wrong with my evaluation of the double situation, of course, I will get multiple errors, which is why I usually advocate cubing when in doubt. Just so that you only make one error, maybe none if your double is correct. Yeah. At least now I can be certain that this is not a cube with 14 pips and a shot possibly coming up. And now I can be certain that this is a cube. I have many more market losers, big numbers, double deuces, double aces. Maybe I've lost my market already. 21 pips. Can he take this? Is that enough contact? Glad that I'm not in his shoes. Yeah, maybe that's not even enough. How often will he get a shot? Well, quite open. And if I don't get past the 15, I will have to waste pips inside my home board. So yeah, it can't be a big mistake here. Some racing equity, shot equity. Okay, if I roll big, then his chances really drop below 10% or something. So that's certainly the danger. So let's count the numbers. 9. Okay, he passes. Don't fault him for that. Maybe it's a pass. And maybe I missed some cubes in this game. Oh, we'll find out. I think he should have a standard is to make the 4. I mean, I could also make 3, but that looks weird. And this is also not super nice with the stack, but leaving the shots in order to make the 3. I would have played 24-18 and 13-8. Maybe not, because he's not down by that much in the race. So maybe not. Maybe he doesn't need the contact. So I can play something like this. What's the idea? Keep the midpoint, keep the structure. I mean, this looks really weak. I don't like it, so then I will try something more active. Not really eager to hit on the ace. But I also don't want to isolate my back checker completely, and I simply didn't see any other good alternative. So he'll hit 2, so now I'm under pressure. Well, now the only question that is left is whether this position is too good to double. I personally would take a roll, because it's kind of hard to see how Black really can get back into this game. So I think that was a good decision by him. Would have done the same at least. I mean, from my perspective, I would have been happy to just lose a point here and move on. Now I'm under pressure to roll. Nothing. So now, if we don't get a miracle here, it will be 2-2. And nothing much I can do. I guess I can safely use the auto roll function at this stage. Not seeing a cube for me here soon. Rather never. Maybe he should just switch. 3 times 6 to 1, 13-8 is the... Yeah, why not 13-8? I mean, here... I mean, I think he could have switched here, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's all so strong. Felt like he had enough checker. I mean, he was close enough to home to not risk me hitting and getting an anchor in the process. Okay, life after death, maybe. Okay, 5 is not playable. I need 6s quickly. Nope. That was a killer, probably. So, okay, let's run against the gammon. Kind of difficult, but you never know. Crossovers are always nice. Okay, so now I have a real shot, actually. Okay, crossovers, another crossover. Yeah, why not? A little bit of wastage, but okay, 2 crossovers. I figure since I have an odd number of outfield crossovers, I should always try to make 2, if possible. So as you can see, if I always make 2 crossovers and then roll, then I have a chance, outside chance, to take a checker off without rolling a doublet, but that just got destroyed. So can I activate double 3s? Doesn't look like. Can I activate double 4s? This is really bad number. It doesn't look like I can activate anything. No. Okay, never mind. Okay, no double 5s, surprise, surprise, and I'll lose again. Okay, 9-point match. So that's the correct reply against the deuce point. Make the deuce point as well. Anything else is a significant error. So that's actually one advantage of starting with a deuce point, because for some opponents, not for him apparently, but for some opponent, it's not clear how to reply. Maybe I could have played 13-8 here. I was not entirely focused. So now this looks to open. I don't want to jump out. This looks also not too nice, but what can you do? He's thinking about cubing. Doesn't feel like a cube yet to me, because I've got the anchor, and yes, he has market losers, but I don't see too many crushing sequences. Okay, he can roll double fours and I dance or something like that. Or if I dance now, he loses his market, certainly. But I think he correctly refused to cube. Now it's an easy pass. And probably not too good. Pass. So he lost his market, but still don't think he had a cube before. I mean, at least I think that it's a clear pass. Let's pretend it is, so that he lost his market. 3-2 makes the point. So now it's itching, I can tell you. I mean, cube. I think this is a standard cube. I can make the 3 point. I can remake the prime. Ahead in the race, some threats. So all check marks for an initial cube. I think he has a take. Yep, I like the take, and now I can play really aggressively. But I'm ahead in the race. Almost everything hits back. Sixes from the bar are good. So I know this looks weird, but if he doesn't make the anchor, I can still attack. I'm ahead in the race, so I don't feel like attack is the right play. Could also play something like this, but this looks just, I mean, the bar point is not that important, and I need some flexibility. So I will go with this play. Hope to roll something better later, or on this turn. So you can see, cannot make an anchor, so I have another shot at the attack. I think I would just run here, because this is too many numbers. Now he's got a blot, so it makes it even easier for me to attack. Of course, 6-3 is not ideal. But the potential attack is still an option. Attacking here. Certainly have enough checkers in the zone. Yeah, the ace is forced, and I think 8-3 is pretty much the only 5. I don't think that playing to the ace point maybe feels wrong, but could also be correct. So now he has 2 blots. Maybe just pointing on him is too weak. I think because of his 2 blots, I can be a bit more ambitious and just go for the next point and have the best inner board possible. mean, here, let's say he rolls an ace, and I'm not too afraid of his returns. I mean, imagine he rolls a 3-6, so what? So, or ace deuce for that matter. So I think I can play a bit more purely. So he's really struggling to get an anchor. This is really painful for him. And my slow motion blitz will continue, hopefully. That's not great. I think this is simply an overplay, so I can just hope that he fails to anchor again and that I can attack next time. I think that's... Or is there anything else? If I hit, could play something like this, but is that really necessary? So now, yeah, maybe even this looks flexible. He's got a blot. So if he hits me, on the other hand, the other variation, normally you make a point. So 3-point is really strong. I don't know. Maybe this was a bit too weak. Because as soon as he anchors, he's got a good game, of course. Sorry for that. So now I gotta get my checkers moving. It's got 2 blots. So I could consider running here. However, I mean, I got plenty of checkers to play, and also he may get into trouble clearing his 11 and midpoint. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked. Always second guessing when a play didn't work out. I'm 6-1, 6, 1 maybe, don't know. So that's a good number for him. Allows him to strengthen his board and doesn't leave a shot. For 3, I guess I make the ace. That saves some 6s. Yeah, no, I don't think he should leave anything. So I think he should just break the 5. Play with the dead checker, but leaving a shot here, probably too costly. I mean, that's the pure play, but that's not a dead checker, but then I have too much freedom to just run from my bar point. So I think in this spot, the dead checker is not that terrible. So, yeah, I would have liked to exploit his 3 blots, but double 3s, of course, doesn't allow me to do so. Yeah, but I really think he should have broken his 5-point and play with a 0 blot, because with any number, like let's say I roll a 5-2, I just run around the corner probably and be happy about it with all his blots. Continues to play purely. What else could he have done? I didn't see. Top of 5s is good. Okay. Yeah, nice. 6-1. Usually you take your checkers off. So I will do that. Leave some more shots. So maybe it was a bit too risky. Just as when you have extra checkers on the ace, usually take them off. Should he stay for one more roll? That's iffy because, of course, if I roll a big doublet and he misses, then I can win a gammon, but that gammon I can win anyway. It's not quite clear if I roll like a 5-4. Could get close, so I understand his choice. Running, not quite sure it was correct. And now just 2 points for me. Five, 4. Okay, standard reply, and I guess I will make my 5 point. That makes my ace easy. 4-6. Don't see much merit in slotting. This fights a bit for outfield control. Yeah. And if he hits me, I mean, I much rather would enter on the 24, so I have a chance to cover more territory in his home board since I'm way down in the race. So I'm looking for contact, so that didn't work. Because these 5-point holding games with a big racing deficit, I mean, they are just bad equity. I really hope that I can hit here. So 4 is virtually forced. Don't want to leave too many blots since the race has gotten closer again. Yeah. Okay, that is a good number. So still not so easy to contain that checker. Now it's a bit easy because of my stacks I meant, so but I just rolled a perfect number here. So but now I'm way down in the race. He can just roll a 5x and escape. I think it's too early to cube this. So I think I will exploit his blots to just slot the bar. If he rolls badly, then I have a cube. I think slotting is just really standard here when I look at his home board. Yeah, I like it. So he's under pressure now to roll something good. 5-1 is perfect from his point of view. What can you do? 3-6 fights back. Okay. I don't think now that I have 3 checkers back, down 32 pips in a race, I think I can first make the bar. And then I still have a good cube when he rolls poorly. Maybe I can double now. So I make the bar. He rolls something bad, but then I also have bad numbers. By how much do I lose my market if I simply first make the bar? Don't think by that much. So I will slot the next point. And now we can think about a cube. He has to hit now. There's also lots of volatility here. I mean, assuming that he enters on the 22 and hits with the ace, I think then I will have to cube. I mean, even a number like a 5-2 is a killer. So anything that makes the 6 prime. 5-2 is a killer, 3-2 is great, any 3 is great for that matter. This is much worse, so yeah, and even if I dance, he doesn't have an immediate recube. I think I should cube this because of the volatility. I think he has to take enough counterplay, but yeah, it's not a nice take. But even if I hit him, he can anchor. But I understand that this could become ugly quickly. 5-2, there's the 6 prime. So that's actually a good number because now I have some numbers that are really bad for me. 6-2 is not one of them, so that went all really smooth, and I can concentrate on winning gammon here, which would be nice. Or I mean, I still can lose this, but yeah, it's not too likely. So is there any more ambitious play, something like this to win a backgammon? But his board is too strong. I mean, 2 points, almost in the back. Won't give up on that. Of course, I still have bad numbers here, but not too many. Okay, I would like to hit, but then where's the ace? I hate this ace, so I'll just play this. Five, two, so I want to keep contact there to pick up a lot, but how am I supposed to do it? I can do it like this. This is 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. The other one is 6-5 for now. Maybe some more numbers later. 5-4 looks bad. Usually it's better to stay back to maximize contact. Not so sure. Yeah, what can he do? He can hit loose. That's maybe, but even loses fewer gammons. But now, as you can see, I cannot stay back. That was really a bad number. Still will try to keep as much contact as I can. Yeah, he probably just, should he hit me? Probably 5-4. Again, I cannot do much, but just jump out here. Okay, now, of course, I hope that he rolled something like a 2-5. I roll a 4. I mean, this is a cute play. If you want to go for the gammon, maybe that's the play actually. I'm not so sure. But oops, what could happen? So if he hits me on the ace, I'm happy. If he hits me on the deuce, it's 2-5, 2-6. I don't know. It looks good. So here, and that assures the win. If he dances, I also rather prefer to have the ace point slotted. I will give it a try. I mean, this is just maybe just a fancy play. So that's the bad thing about it. So now it's a bit more difficult to make my 6 prime in the end. So yeah, was that really worth it? That's a good number. If he doesn't roll a 2, at least, okay. Cannot cover the deuce. I hope he rolls an ace, not a deuce. I mean, still not really worried. Maybe I can pick up something this way. 4 in, 6. Hopefully roll a 5 next time to be able to hit him. Yes, good. And this is, again, I cannot. So we were there already. Sorry, bit boring. Can you do? No, I definitely cannot go anymore for the checker. Maybe I should have, but break the prime prematurely feels wrong, but maybe I will have to with my next roll. Yeah, I got myself into some difficulties here. Guess I have to play like this. He continues to roll deuces, which are really good for him. Do I really need to hit now? Not just yet. So, how am I supposed to play this? Yeah, cost myself more trouble than absolutely necessary. I think I keep the 6 prime, hope for a 6x. And here we go. I don't want to open up. I really want to hit him loose now. So when you had a 6 prime and it ends like this, you really feel you have butchered it somewhere along the way. Example, now if he rolls a 6, he basically wins. So that wasn't planned. Yeah, there's the 6. That's unfortunate. So I feel like my greed has cost me this game. Yeah, that's a clear recube. Can I take this? 8 pips difference. Have to be a bit more conservative. Really got myself into something here. Okay, so an 8 is not great. 8 pips. So how often do I hit here? 6, 2, 5, 3 or lower. He doesn't have any numbers to play. So on the average, let's say okay, I get a shot. Don't get a shot if he rolls double fours. 9, including double threes, that's 6 numbers, 10, 9 numbers, 9 numbers, 6, 5, 11, 6, 5, 5, no, 6, 6, 12, something like 12, so 24, and I hit a third of a time of 24, maybe, then, yeah, maybe I have 25% winning chances here. I mean, it feels like I want to play some more backgammon. The race is dead. So he rolls like a 2-1. I miss. I get some additional numbers. Don't know if that all is enough. Okay. Let's say I get a 14 shot on average. That's 14 shot on average, 12 games, 40% hit, 24. Yeah, it's awfully close. Maybe I can even take this. So do I win in case I hit? Most of the time, but not always. I want to play some more backgammon. I will drop it. So now I should play a bit faster. Maybe that was an easy take. Who knows? Certainly interesting whether I misplayed whether I was too greedy to go for a gammon. We'll see. Okay, 3-2. Six, 4, just make the anchor. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the cube. That's also bad, and that's why I do meditation. Just be in the moment. It's just like when you have lost a game that you basically should have won, and yeah, you're second guessing your decisions. But when you make the greedy play like I did, you have to be aware that that incurs some extra risk, and every once in a while you lose because of it. So that's the rational analysis. But even though I consider myself a rational human being, I'm not free of emotions or second thoughts. Double fives, good shot. Head in the race now slightly. Small advantage overall. Of course, nothing remotely close to cube. Okay. 5-3, slots the 5. Not very eventful this game. I would have liked to make the 5, but there was any 6. Any reasonable one. Okay. That's a good shot. Certainly going for the race here. And I'm ahead enough to cube here. 9 pips. Not many shot leaving numbers. Maybe he will be even the first one to give up something. Then clear cube. As to whether he should take, I think the answer is yes. Combination of shot and raise equity should be just enough. So not unhappy if he drops this. But he doesn't, which is understandable. I guess he should take his chances in the race now. Otherwise, if he stays, that would mean wasting pips on the ace, makes his race worse. And it's only 6 numbers that leave a shot. Yeah, that makes sense. Go for the raise, 5 pips. Still within striking distance, especially after double sixes. Yeah, raise is now dead even. Him owning the cube. 6-4 is okay. Double sixes is even more okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, 6-2. 4-3. I think that's the play. Yeah, should make his 5 point, I guess, because the ace otherwise would leave a direct shot. Oftentimes you just make the bar. So now I can make the 4, but that leaves plenty of returns. So maybe I just should keep it simple. Leaves me less vulnerable, so I'll do this. I don't think that is necessary to lose there. Wrong idea. Yeah, good play. Now standard double hit, double tiger. Hope that I get missed, which doesn't happen. Bad roll. Checker down. I'm still trying to get the 21 anchor here. At least the 4s are duplicated to hit. So now I got my anchor. It leaves him with an advantage, but don't feel bad about my game now. Don't know, the double hit, was that really necessary? Felt wrong in that situation, to be honest, because I have the anchor, but maybe there were no alternatives. Probably can cube here, way ahead in the race, but I have an anchor. He hasn't covered yet. So I feel like I can take, and he covers, I just enter. I mean, it's just too hard for me to drop this. There's also some non-covering numbers. Okay, that's a good scenario. Double sixes, interesting. I really would like to make the 9 point. Maybe I simply should. I mean, what's the alternative? So I don't want to play something like this. That's out. Okay, so then he only has threes and aces, eight checkers in the zone, and the prime looks so strong, so I'll go for it. Of course, I have to weather the storm now, but the 9 point just looked too good. Three checkers behind the prime, four checkers now. Especially the checkers on the 22 are nicely blocked. Okay. Nevertheless, I wouldn't mind coming in at some point here. But yeah, this front structure has quite a bit of defensive value, so I'm not worried just yet, but maybe a bit. Now I better do something. Nope. He cannot cover, that's the good news. So bad news is, okay, that's a very good shot for him. Moves to the edge. That's a good shot for me because I can make a 5 prime all of a sudden, which is, of course, even better protection. Not gonna hit because the checker on the 21 is exactly where I want it to be. 6, 3, 6 is out. Can I duplicate anything? Not really. Fives are bad numbers. Why should I make them, turn them into good numbers? So I'll just run all the way. Not too worried about my inner board. Just hoping that my priming structure will hold. 3, 6 is great. So when do you ever recube this? Certainly not yet. Don't think so. Huh. Yeah, I can also crunch bad numbers. Now it's interesting. Maybe this is a cube. Because he's really in a bad spot. If he cannot get over this prime, I can hit more checkers. So deuces are great. I can just roll a 6 and he's 4 checkers behind structure. I'll cube this. But don't jump his prime and I mean, market lose. I don't even know whether it's a take, but let's say it's a take. What are my market losers? Even bad numbers by me, followed by something like a 5-4 is horrible. If he doesn't roll a 6, so, well, yeah, maybe I could have cubed one roll earlier. But yeah, that turned out well. Interesting match, that's for sure. Good start. Three away, 6 away. I'm not thinking about cubing. I mean, clear positional advantage, but not really many market losers. And yeah, I think he probably should make the 5 point and step up with both of his back checkers, or with one of his back checkers and 13-11. But I think he should make the 5. I mean, that isolates his back checkers a bit, and the 11 point is not that useful. 5 point looks strong here, yeah. That would have been my play. 4-3, is it again double tiger time? So, oops, no, I cannot play. I looked wrong. So, if it's not double tiger time, hitting on the 4, yeah, it's double tiger time. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, looks natural. But, okay, if I play like this, race is about even. I've got the anchor. It's also not bad. Don't want to get in too gammonish. I mean, okay, he hits me. He has got the 5 point. Feel with leading in the score and having a bit of an advantage here. I will make the quiet play. I'm not sure. Another score, I would have been a bit more aggressive. But so many blots, and he's got his 5 point made. Well, now I'm forced to attack. So okay. Better hit something back. Nope. So good position for him. Still an easy take if cubed. I think cube is still a bit too early. He can safety these blots first, and with all likelihood, I still will have a take. This is a non-gammonish position, meaning that I don't have to be much more conservative than at a normal score. So I think he correctly refuses to cube here. And now I'm down 20 pips. So then I'm up 4. So that plays itself, I suppose. Race is now dead even, not anymore. Down 16 after the roll. So I better roll something high enough to prevent a cube, I guess. As I mentioned, he shouldn't cube more aggressively than at the normal score here, so no need to cube then, because his racing lead is not big enough. And 6 pips. Still not enough. He's thinking. Also have some contact left. So he could be forced to waste some pips. So maybe now this is the cube 3-1. Because race is now really good. Take is obvious, so I won't waste your time by thinking about it. He rolled a great number, of course, so now I'm in big trouble here in this game. Need a big double. Well, that's a start. Certainly. Okay. He cooperates. Be nice. So your race is even, but he is on roll. Okay. Gotta roll better here. Not quite it. That's better. Still chances, 6x, double threes, better even than that. Now I'm really back in the game. Even a favorite by now. However, with this, his take point is 11%. So can just roll and hope for the best. Two checkers off would be great. Nope. Okay. 4. No reason to play to the ace point, I think. Yeah, this is on the knife's edge. Yes, I'm a clear favorite. However, certainly not a cube. Yeah, I won it. Great. Yeah, he cannot take off. I will just roll because it just doesn't matter. Okay, that was lucky. Crawford. He is 6 away. So his gammon wins matters. So I have to be a bit more cautious. So it's not gammon safe, but I have to pay attention to gammons. So should he cover and split? Seems fine. 1. So I think I want to hit something here to protect my back checker. So let's hit something. Okay, 5 is forced, 2 almost forced. Oops, misclick, but of course he will correct it. And I hit what I can. Now he's running out of ammunition, so he probably has to make the 20. That gives me time to improve my position. So this is one option. I mean, remember, I'm not going for the blitz or anything. I just want to get this home. This is the natural play. So the deuce point has got some value. This just feels so natural. I mean, at any other score or at normal scores, I wouldn't even consider anything else. Is that really better? So he can make the he has more options to do something. I don't know. Oops. 10 point has some value to get this home. So here he enters or he hits. Is that really the plan? And this looks rock solid. He will do something and I will try to run. I don't know, but where are these checkers supposed to go? I don't know. I will just hit here. So don't want to. I mean, if he has the ace point, that's okay with me. Yeah. I guess, yeah, he could play to the 7 or split to the 18. This I wouldn't do. 3-1. I guess I have to hit. So now can I duplicate something? Not really. So I'll just move like this. Three, 1. So gets that checker to safety. Something like this. He hits. 3-1, that's a bit awkward because what's the ace? I think I have to enter on the ace and play the 3. Don't want to break the 8 point. Maybe even slot here. Get these checkers into play. Yeah, why not? Why not try to get these checkers into play? Let's do that. Yeah, he's thinking about hitting loose. I mean, his bar point is an asset. The other hand, he wants to win a gammon, but does he really have enough material for blitzing? Probably not. So now I will just make 3. And he'll probably attack me. 13-5. Is there anything else? Don't see many alternatives. Yeah, nice. Okay, just out with the rearmost checker. And try to raise home. So this maybe. Anything else? I cannot hit. This looks okay. Certainly would like to hit this checker because that buys me some more time to get my checkers home. And for now I will make the bar. I know I have to clear it at some point, but here it looks good still. For defensive purposes. I can also clear the 8. Does that make any sense? Don't think so. Okay, now he basically has to give up the 20 here, which is of course not nice for him. Yeah, but killing checkers, I mean, he can leave one checker on the 20. Does that make any sense? Don't think so. I think that's just the normal play. Not happy about it, of course, but what can he do? But key for his chances is that he doesn't waste any checkers, any more checkers deep in his home board. So when he hits something, he can contain the hit checker. Okay. 6-2. Am I playing like this, really? 6 is forced. But here I leave shots 6-4, 6-5. I mean, don't see why I should leave shots here. So I won't. So now everything except for double fives, that is, plays safe, at least for this roll. Just barely. Next 6 will be ugly, except for 6-1. 5 is good. Okay, at least I won't lose a gammon. That's for sure. That said, I also really would like to win the game. 4-1 is playable. 4-1, yeah. Nothing else. No more 4s, please. Here we go. Forced. Yeah. Again, kind of forced. And he gets me. Too bad. Only 4 checkers off, so he's a huge favorite, of course. Need to roll a 6. Now. Oh, yes. And too bad. Yeah. Okay, still another shot at double aces, maybe. Ace deuce is a mixed blessing. Okay, I got the anchor. Hey, so now I'll play an ace point game without any gammon threat. Oh, really? At least I have double sixes as an out, as they say in poker. Ace is good. No, he cannot just leave blots. I mean, he can, but it's a bit more dangerous for him to do so. Still, okay. Does he need to hit lose to win? Probably. It's a good idea. Okie doke. Almost won this match. My first ever Irish Premier League match, but I mean, still favorite to win. So, and I haven't lost, although it close to a loss here. Don't know what's supposed to happen for this. Double sixes repeatedly, something like this. 5, 6. Okay, 1 checker off matters actually. Not anymore, really. Okay, post Crawford. I don't have a free pass, so he can now. I mean, I have to take almost everything, so he could have just waited, maybe lure me into a bad take or something, or a wrong pass, more like. Okay, so now I cannot win a gammon. I think this is still the best play because of his blot, unstacking, keeping him from anchoring. But maybe that was too many blots. I see that now. Maybe that was just a bit overexcitement. Huh. So I guess I will re-anchor for sure. Don't want to get too crazy here. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, bad shot for him because he really didn't want to get that point. And I think since he has a blot, then threes and aces are duplicated, and I have a priming plan, and I have the 16. For all this, I will play the 6 down and not 8 to 2. And we'll try to contain or trap that back checker. So hope that I will be rolling something small, something point making. Would be great. 5-4 is point making, but not really great. So question is whether I should just play something like this, because do I really need the deuce point? This is more builders. Looks a bit weird, awkward, but I think that's the play. I'm ahead in the race. And maybe I can make a point now. Again, not the point that I would like to make. Now it's getting a bit more dangerous, so that leaves 5-4 only. So that seems like the play because the deuce point is not much better, more blots, more shots. So 5-4 only it is. Yeah, 5-6. Yeah, maybe I should have stayed back here, increase contact. usually a good idea when you're down in the race. So, and when you need the gammon win, that also helps, just increasing contact. What am I supposed to do here? I think the 6 is clear. Can either slot, I think why not slotting the 4 here? So he can make his 3-point. And I hope I can fill. Ha! So I can play like this. In a situations where gammons go only one way, that looks absolutely wrong. But I can also play like this. So this is 3 blots. I can count. So the blots 5, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1, 4, 1. I mean, here I'm a solid favorite, I think, way ahead in the race. Now he has to run. I think the score dictates don't go crazy. I might even hit a shot now when I have a 5-point board. So I guess he has to minimize shots here, like go to the 11. I mean, he certainly wants to stay on the 15. Way down in the race, needs the contact. So, yeah, that looks like being the correct play. I keep my board so that I get this checker out. 3-1. I want to save a 6 here, so why not do it? There is the saved 6. Do I want to save a 5 as well? Then I destroy my board, which means potentially trouble if he hits me. I feel like usually keep your board here in this spot, even if that means 5s are bad too. It's only 5-1 that is really terrible, but yeah. Ha! Okay, 5-1. Here we go. Aces and 6s, so this is closer to home. 5s and aces, yeah, and fewer numbers, so 5. So I guess we get another game, unfortunately. I think it should just take a checker off. Don't quite understand that play, but not that it matters much. So 2 points for him. All likelihood. Oh, double 6s. And I have a shot. Double aces is not enough. Okay, next round. Again, I have to take everything, basically. Also this cube, of course. And now we are officially in gammon safe mode. So same thing. So now I'm wondering if that is simply an overplay at gammon safe. I mean, that feels like gammon safe-ish. So I will just do it here. Sorry, double fours is great. I think I will just make the 5 point. Don't want to blitz. 6 to 2 seems wrong, so yeah, that certainly helps. Yeah, probably should win more gammons. 2-1. Okay. Double sixes, that can't be bad. Don't want to blitz, just make the prime and be happy. Okay, 5-3, another good number. So I really don't want, of course, him to anchor on the 4. And I actually also don't want him to get into a back game, so I will just hit there and just try to avoid that scenario. Well, why not just run? Maybe. If he gets into the back game, it's also not the end of the world. I can also play like this. Maybe that makes a prime. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Certainly would like to hit, but this looks to open with his reasonably strong board. So if he rolls an ace, so be it. Yeah, that looks okay. Still may want to make a prime. Or this maybe even. More numbers to hit on the ace. I think this is maybe better. Why do I want to make a priming play here? Oh, this looks nice. So he got his back game, nothing to do about it. However, it's really badly timed. So I'm not worried just yet, especially if I roll low numbers. Plan is to get all the checkers on the 7 point so that I'm not able to play 6s and 5s for a while preserving my 4s. That's why I play 6 to 4. So yeah, this is done. That's looking really good. At least I'm not in gammon danger anymore, so that's a 4. Yeah, probably that's gonna be the ace now. And yeah, 2 there checkers for him. Great. And now the question is, should I keep it? But I mean, I actually don't mind him running with a 5. On the other hand, it gives me more chances to destroy his board. I will keep it once more. Just, okay, now, yeah, he deteriorates further, so that's good for me, of course. So down to an ace point game with their checkers, so I feel optimistic. But I felt optimistic before. Is that okay, or is that better? That's, I mean, I'm always thinking of valley and mountain structure, so this looks more mountain to me. So you should, according to Michi Hito Kagayama, against an ace point game, go for the mountain structure and not for the valley. Not that it really matters much in this situation. So it looks good for my first Premier League win. I think I just take checkers off. if he hits me, then it will be awfully difficult. I mean, it will be really difficult to win with just so many checkers off. 3-2, two more off, great. 3-2, not as great, so I mean, what I want to avoid is, of course, exposing a second checker. So is that better? If he hits me with an ace, I can come in with 4-2, 5-1, but certainly in this variation, he hits me and I can, 5-1 is terrible then. The other one, this one looks more compact. Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion here, but that looks fine. Okay, now I have to dodge a bullet. 4-6 is fine. That misses. Okay, can I get home? 4 is obvious. 3-2 is also obvious. No, I can't get home, so that was a great shot for him. Now he has a real fighting chance since he rebuilt everything. Wow. Incredible. And that was big. Okay, I think I did it. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow, that was a bit excitement in the end, still. Okay. Wrong match. Great. So as you can see, that was a very good match for both of us. A good start into the Premier League for sure for me. And of course, I'm happy. A viewer asked me to also show at least once the cost in match winning chances. So these numbers mean he gave away like 14% match winning chances and I about half of it. But to measure mistakes, you do that in equity. So you can see in equity, we are closer together in wasted equity. Yeah, I think that's one of the few, or maybe the first long match where the two PRs combined are below 4. Cool. So, nevertheless, there were also some mistakes, of course. First one, I don't really mind. First game, because yeah, it just felt too weak to just run out. Normally, you do that. I mean, this, you don't really have the material to blitz, but to me, it felt like just too passive to just run out. But the idea of this play simply is contain the opponent's back checkers and yeah, build a prime, and it fits with the game plan. Note that white's midpoint is stripped, so if he hits me here, he has to give up his midpoint and isolate his back checkers normally. Well, whatever. Then a thing that surprised me, I thought I would have taken. I mean, I would have taken. I said it, and it was actually a pass already. So I underestimated his difficulties to get his back checkers home. So a very good decision by him. And I think I would have made a mistake here. So game 2. One bigger mistake. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the arrows. I kept the 3 prime. This is simply more flexible. I mean, I'm not going to prime him anymore. I try to get my checkers home, and this gives me more playability. It's just pattern recognition wise. You don't really think hard about these plays because it's a bit counterintuitive that you break what is left of your prime prematurely. 6-3 was the alternative that I contemplated. Would have been also better than my play, so I found the worst. Okay, so be it. Cube action here, just on the cusp. Important is that I cubed this, and could have taken, or he could have just flipped the coin. In this case, he dropped. Contact, okay, in that position, just barely made up for his racing deficit. Okay, game 3. Okay, so yeah, here we both made mistakes. So double threes, I mentioned that already. Standard is in the opening first roll to just make the anchor and bring 2 checkers down. So sizable mistake. And then I should have played my double fives differently. So I just didn't like this. This looked, yeah, it looked bad. I mean, 3-point, I mean, either that, the blot on the 8 or a stack on the 8. It seems like the stack is worse, probably less flexible. I don't know. It's still have a hard time to play this, leaving 6 numbers for no good reason, it seems. Yes. So, do I have more builders for something? I don't know. So this not quite clear to me. What else did I do here? Let's look at the cube action. Checker play was fine, it seems. Where is the cube? No, there was no cube. He played for the gammon. Yeah, I was looking for the cube, so couldn't make any mistakes, of course. And did he make a mistake? Yeah, the switching thing. Yeah, so I had the feeling that since his checkers are almost home, that's when you start switching. Here, I still have a remote chance to get into an ace point game. I can either roll double aces immediately or hit and then anchor. So that was a small mistake, or not small mistake, I would say. But yeah, nothing more. Game 4. Yeah, this I saw it already when I ran the analysis. This was just me talking and not thinking. So that was just autopilot. I just slotted here, which is, of course, the correct play when the opponent opens with the 6-4 and makes the deuce point. And I remember I was talking about 6-4 openings, about mistakes the players make, and then I made a blunder myself while talking. That's a bit ironic. That's the word, I think. Yeah, why is this bad? I mean, I'm not playing a priming game here. I have made my deuce point, or it's unlikely, so then the 5-point is a bit less valuable, and I'm not unstacking my 6-point. The 6-point is already unstacked. This is safe, slight racing advantage, so basically dead, even game. Also, the extra checker on the 8 is nice, so I think without the live commentary, I think this I would have found easily. Yeah, and this one, just a pass. Can you do? I had a 6-4 where I was wondering, but yeah, this was clear. Splitting was just too loose, so never mind. Okay, next game, game 5. Cube here, yeah, standard cube, as I said, that's just as standard as it can get with the threats, the racing lead, but it's not on the bar, has some counterplay, so just double take. And here, yeah, it felt wrong to play quietly here, to not go for the knockout punch, and I was contemplating even bringing down the checkered, hitting loose, and then I decided for the solid play, which is slightly best by a small margin at DMP, but here exploiting the blot on his 4-point. That's the key to why this play is correct, because whenever I get hit, I have an immediate return on his 4-point. So yeah, I should have tried to make more out of this situation. I didn't, but I still won the game. So game 6. Yeah, I was already, by the way, that was the slotting play. Yeah, just to show you how standard it is, or how clear it is that you want to slot and go for the knockout when he has blots in his home board. So that wasn't even a question for me. And I feel I'm showing you this. Probably most of you will get this right, but I'm showing you this because when most players, especially when some players when on autopilot, just bring a builder down, try to do something safe, but as you can see, big mistake when you don't exploit your opponent's homeboard blots. This was almost a cube then, and I refused to cube, which was correct, and this was just in coin flip territory. Well, I was lucky enough to the cube, that is, the take was clear. And then I had the 6 prime, and after I lost the game, I was just having second thoughts, whether I butchered it or not. And I can tell you, I played this game perfectly, except for one very small mistake, this one here. So especially this play here that I regretted later when he rolled the deuce immediately. You can see the safe going for the 6 prime play indeed is best at DMP. No surprises here, but this wins like 5 percentage points more gammons, and so the ratio is there. Of course, you risk more losses, and when you lose this game, you feel stupid, but I'm really glad I played it the greedy way, and yeah, sometimes it gets punished. What can I do? There are some more mistakes. Perfectly, I didn't play the game, so this, but yeah, that was already when it looked bad. 5-1. Yeah, I didn't mention it. Once the game was lost, I kind of saw it. I should have thought about it. The banana split, not a big mistake not to do it, but I should have thought about it, saw it afterwards. So never mind. And then, okay, yeah. This in the end didn't matter because, I mean, it seems like 7-4 would have been a take for whatever reason, but it's just borderline. I mean, you saw me thinking and trying to calculate and get to my winning chances. And in the end, the verdict was I don't know, but probably no big deal. And indeed, no big deal. Very small pass, so couldn't make a mistake here. Next game. Yeah, that was that cube action. Standard, I would say. Racing lead, market losers. He has enough contact to take. Lucky enough to win it in the end. Okay, game 8. Yeah, this was, I wouldn't say I am surprised, because usually you always make the 4-point when you hit on the bar. But here I felt, let's look at the final position. It's got 6s from the bar that hit back, 4s and deuces attacked me. So I felt that was an overplay in this situation, especially since the bar point that looks kind of solid. Yeah, and now 6s from the bar are bad. But of course, another inner board point also protects you better when you get attacked. So yeah, I thought I found an exception, and no big surprise that that wasn't an exception. Okay, but no big deal. Well, it's a big deal on the fourth roll. So I shouldn't say no big deal, but I have made worse mistakes in my life. This is the cube action. No surprises here. I have the 4-point anchor, enough counterplay. Yes, I lose a significant amount of gammons, but yeah, solid position. And with the 4 anchor, I also don't lose tons of gammons. Then I turn the game around, fortunately, by making this outfield prime. He should have hit me with a 5-1, which is interesting. Yeah, I would have cubed anyway, but it seems like this, the take is easier. Okay, so the idea behind this is, so let's say you take the 4 cube, your opponent is 5 away. So that means on the 4 cube, gammon losses don't matter much, because if you lose 4 points, it's bad anyway. So if you plan for taking the 4 cube, be aware that your gammon losses don't matter much. So then you can just play more aggressively for the win. And it seems this wins some more games, loses many more gammons. But since the game will be on 4, you don't care about them too much. In the end, he passed. So then it matters, of course, it doesn't matter at all, of course, what he plays with the 5-1, but I don't fault him. This looks so hard to win. First of all, I can send another checker back. And then he has to roll a 6 quickly. And I still don't quite believe it, to be honest, that this is still a take. At a normal score, it wouldn't, but gammons count less, gammon losses, so it's easier for him to take, despite his 14% gammon losses. But yeah, I really want to see a rollout here. Here, an opening mistake. Yeah, that is also kind of standard. I have the advanced anchor. So that means he should try to equalize by getting an advanced anchor himself. So the small split doesn't do the trick here. He should have done the big split and trying to equalize by trying to make my bar point. Okay, so then we get into, I remember, into some racing contact position, standard here. I don't need to be more conservative when there are no gammons. And I managed to turn the game around. There's one bigger mistake here I didn't pay attention to, so let's look. Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't commentate. Yeah, that may produce wastage on 6s. So if you look at the correct play, final position, I mean, everything plays fine. Since you have a checker on the 6, you don't mind the gap on the 3 because you fill it. If you roll a 5-3, then you can fill it with the 3. So there are no bad numbers. 2s shake off, aces fill the 3 gap. So that's perfectly fine. So there's no reason to waste a pip. And if you roll here now, something like 3-4, let's say, and on this next turn, then the 3 gap really hurts because he doesn't have a checker on the 6. So a rare instance where a pair of ace costs like 3%, no, a little more than 2% winning chances. Okay, yeah, I saw it, but I didn't really think about it. So we got Crawford, so no cube action, and also no bigger mistakes. So let's skip that game. Okay, game 11, post Crawford. Yeah, you can see the take is whatever he could have chosen. Yeah, maybe since PR points count in this format, he should have rolled. Maybe even he would have beaten me in the PR. by just rolling and getting all these decisions. But yeah, for our purpose, analyzing mistakes, of course, it doesn't matter. And it's nice that he cubed because, I mean, it's more sportsman-like. Although the rules are the rules, and there's also nothing wrong with waiting to cube. This one I criticized already. I felt down in the race and not afraid of losing a gammon. You should just try to maximize contact. And as you can see, it even wins some significantly more gammons. That's what I thought. Because I may have to attack and he hits me back. I lose a gammon. Whatever. You can see his gammon wins go up like by 3 percentage points. So generally, when you cannot lose a gammon post-Crawford situation, you just go for max contact and you'll be fine when you're down in the race, that is, of course. And the last game, was there anything? I see something red here. Yeah, this is... Again, now he's at gammon go. Yeah, he should just attack me. And that even wins more games because it's crucial for him to take away half my roll. Otherwise, I'm in a good position to attack him or make valuable points. So this is a bit too passive. And he got punished since I rolled double sixes, which would have been a dancer. Then there was another. Yeah. So anyhow, the situation is not good for him. He should have given up on the back game and at least play a well-timed ace point game because, yeah, once you have dead checkers, it's really tough to win it, even if you hit a shot. So, but I don't fault him. Usually, standard is to hope for the back game. But you saw how slow I became, and so that forced him to crunch. And he had his chances again. Surprisingly, in the end, was quite an exciting finish. But in the end, I was lucky enough to win. So, as I said, really good match by both of us, which is always nice. And yeah, so I will play 5 matches in this Premier League. Got the maximum of points in the first one, which is great. So 4 more matches to come in this series. And until next time.